Quick done rundown on today's price action for Monday. So today, coming into the day, it's the start of a new week. We had no news today on Monday, but I'm gonna run down on why I was short today and why I had more of a short bias. So monthly time frame, we are in July's monthly candle. We are above the opening price. Weekly time frame. So here on the weekly time frame, we have 3 consecutive up close candles. We have this weekly gap right here. So this is our new week opening. So our new weekly candle in play. Here we ask ourselves, what is a higher probability of price taking, the previous week high or the previous week low? We've seen that we have swept all-time highs and we have displaced, causing this imbalance here down below. If price is likely to draw lower into this weekly gap, then what are the confluences that I want to see in price as I go lower in the time frames? So here I'm already stacking confluences and a narrative. Here on the daily time frame, what do we see? Well, we see this down close candle. This is what I wanted price to go towards. So my drawn liquidity, it's down close candle. We also have previous day high and previous day low that we have yet not touched. So I was looking for more downside into this daily down close candle right here. So my bias was bearish. We also have our weekly gap below down here as well. This is where I started getting more confirmation on me being bearish. This is where I started getting more confirmation on me being bearish. So we have price retracing lower. We weren't respecting this gap here because we ended up closing below the CE of it. So the midpoint of this gap, we then retraced higher again into this 4-hour gap here. If I mark out the midpoint of it, you can see how the bodies are respecting the midpoint, not really closing above with displacement or above the gap in general. It's just the wicks. The wicks are the only thing that's doing the damage. So the bodies are telling you a story while the wicks are doing the damage. So this gave me even more added confirmation on why we should see lower prices today on Monday. But this was my drawn liquidity, this daily OB. Let's look at the hourly time frame here. So in the hourly time frame, you can see that I was looking at this. This is the hourly inversion that we had. So by 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock, we already were inverting this hourly gap. So this gap wasn't going to hold. So as we were inverting it, I kind of wanted to see this be used as resistance to look for lower prices. So we retraced into this 4-hour gap, right? Now on the 15-minute, this is the aligned time frame for the 4-hour. So inside this, we saw that we have swept these highs. And then we had this change in the state on our 15. So this gave me even more confirmation on us looking for lower prices. So I was around the charts around 9 to 9:30. So once I saw that 9:30 opened, we immediately started drawing towards this gap here. So this is the gap I was looking for right there. So 9:30 opened, rebalanced our 15-minute gap above. Now let's look at the 1-minute time frame. So here you can see how 930 opened, immediately rebalanced the gap. We came down lower, and in just 1 minute candle, we displaced through change in state delivery from this up close candle. We also had SMTs at the highs, and I was looking for this low for us to take, but you can see that we didn't really close below and then gave us re-entry to then go lower. We just sold off, taking out this low. But what I did was I waited for a retracement. So from this low to this high, I waited for a retracement higher into premium, into this up close candle, so the order block. And this is where I got my entry. Now, after I got my entry, where was my stop loss? My stop loss was the CE of this wick right here. So the CE of this wick was where my stop loss was, my entry, and then my profit target was around down here. So it was basically just a scalp. So like a 3-minute scalp or 4-minute scalp. But I don't have the executions on here because I executed it on M&Q. So right here. So I got in short and then I got out here. But this is how I framed my narrative and why I went short today. Let's see if I can pull up the yeah, right here. So yeah, weekly gap. Then we had our daily OB as our drawn liquidity. And then we have this 4-hour gap where we're respecting the midpoint of it with only the bodies and the wicks doing the damage. And then here's where I executed the short. So I put a sell limit up here at premium, tagged in, and then we got filled on the buy limit. And you can see my stop loss at the midpoint of this wick too. So the 930 Judas all the way into the 15-minute gap, and then we just basically played the continuation. But yeah, this is how I framed my shorts for today. Very, very small and scalp. The reason why is because today, Monday, no news, and Asia had a consolidation where London took out both Asia highs and lows. So this was almost like a seek and destroy daily profile too. So if I go here on the 15-minute time frame, and let me clear out this real quick, you can see how we had that potential broadening formation like this. So this is another reason why I just wanted to get out of the trade. But we ended up delivering to that daily OB. I'm still looking for lower prices for at least Prue's day low and potentially into that weekly gap right here. Looks very good. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped, and be safe, guys. Thank you for watching.